Good morning. It is Monday, June 30th. It is 5 days post my chemo. I'm almost at the end of my full week. A cycle is a week for me for Taxol, 1 week. So currently sitting in my car, wiping my tears and my boogers away because I dropped off my son at summer camp by himself, and my kids have been doing summer camp, I want to say 3 years. This is year 4 now. And my daughter, she's like, I don't want to do camp this summer. And I was trying to get her to do camp, but I also don't want to force her. But she didn't want to do it, but my son did. And so I signed him up. And so this is the first year that he's by himself doing anything by himself. I mean, my kids are 18 months apart, so they pretty much do everything together. When we had COVID, we homeschooled them for a year together, and then they both went into the school building together. Because they're about a year apart, they see each other frequently in the hallways and passing in the school building because, one's going into 4th grade, the other one's going into 3rd grade. So they're very close in age. And so this is the first time that they're separate. And so that has me nervous because my son is autistic, and my daughter, she's young, but man, she cares for that boy, and she watches out for him, and she knows exactly what to do, and she's just really, really good with him, even though she complains that he's annoying. So I dropped him off, I would say maybe like 8:45. It's 9:13, and I'm still here at the park. I'm just watching, and he's with his group, but he's kind of like by himself. He tends to just be by himself, but I see there's like 2 little boys that are around him. So I'm hoping he's making friends. And this is actually the camp that is in our neighborhood. Last year my kids did a camp uptown. So we live, I would say, really like downtown. And then the camp that they did last summer was about 40 blocks up. I live in the city. About 40 blocks up. So it was pretty far. So they didn't really know that many kids at that camp because they don't live in that community and they don't go to that school. They pretty much went to that camp because my daughter's friend from church was going to that camp, and she wanted to be with her friend from church. So I was like, sure, I'll allow it. But this summer, we're back at the camp that is in our community. So it's like 4 blocks away from where I live. So I'm hoping, that he can make some friends. Like, I'm watching him right now, and he's all by himself. Like, he's within, like, they're all assigned a tree in the park, and he's at the 8 and 9-year-old tree. But I'm watching him, and he is just playing by himself, just walking back and forth alone. And that breaks my heart. He took his toy. He took his little dinosaur toy today. And when he got to the park, I guess he saw someone he recognized, and he took out the toy, like hey, like to show them, and the kid kind of ignored him. So I feel bad because sometimes the kids make fun of him and call him crazy, and he's not crazy. So, God, I hate this. If you're a mom with young kids, you know exactly how I feel. Whether your kid has autism or not, when you have to drop them off at school for the first time, or drop them off somewhere by themselves. I'm feeling all sorts of blah feelings today. I also feel like I'm crashing from this whole cancer and chemo situation. I think I mentioned it in yesterday's video. You know, being diagnosed at the beginning of the school year and just that constant going and constant doing, keeping my head down and staying in my grind. It served me well. It really did, because it helped me get through chemo and get through the school year and do my concerts, do my school trip, do graduation. It really helped me to get through and do all those things. But now that it's all done, I just feel like I'm crashing. So, it's 9:17. I'm gonna go back home because I'm sure the baby has pooped now. You're like, oh my God, you left the baby at home by herself. My husband's home, okay? My daughter is sleeping, the older one, and my husband is at home. He's off for the week. So, he's gonna be okay. I know he is. He's still playing by himself. But kids are resilient. So let me go home. And then I'll pick him up at 12 o'clock. Because it's a half day. At least it's a half day for camp today. So I won't be too stressed out. All right, let me go. My nose is running. And because of chemo, I have no hair in my nose. And so my boogers are just literally dripping out of my nose. So sorry, I'm using my dress that I wore yesterday to church. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're just trying to get by. Oh, my scalp itches. All right, we just got home, and literally as I was walking through the door, I got a phone call from Intervention Radiology, and I got my appointment to be deported. You're like, deported? Not in the political sense. Deported as in take my port out. So July 9th is the day we're getting deported. So my son had a good day at camp. He had fun. He wants to go back, so that made me happy. And it's still nerve-wracking because there's a field trip tomorrow and it's supposed to rain. And sending him by himself to the field trip again, you know, a little nervous, but I know he's gonna be fine. Well, 8 o'clock at night. I'm very tired, wiped out. My kids are driving me nuts. Did one load of laundry and picked up a little bit, but I'm really wiped out, so nothing else to say. I'll see you on the next one.